I have made a crucial error in my life. I have gotten my favorite coffee shop closed down because I kept leaving horrifyingly evil reviews because I didn't want anybody to mess with me. So, let me explain what happens here. So, naturally, I like to get some coffee in the morning. I'm black coffee. We're basically brothers and sisters. That's what's happening there. So, I pop in the coffee shop, open the door. Hello, everybody. How's it hanging? It's usually empty. It's fine. However, recently they opened up a TikTok. TikTok got a lot of traction. They've been going a little semi-viral on TikTok. More people are coming in because they have a special way of making their drinks. I say, oh, this is a little annoying. I like to go there and mind my black business and get away from people and just have it. It's fun because there's nobody there at 7 in the morning. I get my coffee. I can look at little memes on my phone and nobody bothers me. That's what I thought. It was an easy, simple process. The process has been destroyed. The process has been reshipped, repackaged, and sent back because they've been going viral. And with fame comes passion and people are crowding in. And when people see me in public, naturally, they approach me. It's not because I'm famous or anything of that variety. It's because I have a lot of hair. They say, wow, I've never seen one of you blacks with all this hair. Looks like a mound of muff. Is that pubes? Does the carpet match the drapes? Just ask me questions I don't want to deal with. I hate every question I get asked. So, I don't want to deal with all these questions getting asked about my character or my persons. So, I concoct this crazy idea. If I leave bad reviews, then naturally people are going to get upset at the restaurant location. Right now, the only way to get a leave a review is to get a receipt. You scan the QR code, and that's how they have it set up. It's a very simple, efficient process, so people just don't hate rate a place, and it's very nice. I wish more restaurants would do that. So I go and use all the receipts that I previously had, do 2 a day, just 2 bad reviews a day. 1 star, 1 star, 1 star. I watched their 4.7 go to 3.2 in a matter of a week, and I say, okay, that's pretty good, but I can do better. It's standing at 1.9 after about 2 weeks, and I said, okay, I can do a little bit better. It had got to 0.5. I had been just casually ordering coffees, randomly doing things, and I could hear the employees talking about who's leaving all these bad reviews. They're so detailed, and sometimes it's just leaving saying this place sucks, messed up my coffee. Have we had that many people? And they can't tell because the average person isn't leaving a review. The average person is leaving a review, so less people start showing up because they see all the bad reviews. They see, why is it 0.5? I guess the TikTok was a lie. Naturally, I'm manipulating the entire situation to get back my coffee shop, and it's doing really good. And somebody comes in, they're faking food poisoning from coffee, which is a very bold claim. And it didn't happen. They were just arguing. Things are bad. People start leaving the shop. It's horrible. There's a hate rate just because of the reviews. I didn't know what was going on. Has I caused this? I'm just sitting in the back watching my own story unfold, watching all the evil concoct within I've done. And I think to myself, oh, this is bad. This is the worst thing that's ever happened in my entire life. Because they're fighting. It's now louder in here. Oh, there's so much noise. I was angry, so I sit outside and I just watch them go crazy. And they close the shop early, and then they just shut down the shop for a second. I said, okay, I'll come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. The shop usually opens at 6. I usually arrive there at 7, so I take a seat, and there's only one employee in there, and the employee is the manager. I said, hey, Frederick, what happened to everybody? He said they quit. I said, oh. They quit? Yeah, they quit. Somebody was leaving bad reviews, and that caused all their customers to start arguing, and they thought they could get one up on us, so I've got basically 2 employees left. Oh, you and 2 other people? No, me and someone else. That's no good. It's hard to get a job nowadays. The economy's in shambles. I feel like you should be hiring people. He said, I sent out an ad, but nobody wants to work here because of our TikTok virality. We now got viral for having bad reviews. I said, oh. Who would do such a disgusting, evil thing? Who would do this? I was trying to find a culprit with him. I was trying to find a maniac that I was. Who could do this evil, disgusting, wild task? The worst thing ever. I say we join forces and figure out who did this. This is the worst thing could possibly ever happen. He said, yeah. It's just so messed up that somebody would target us like this. And I discovered something I never once learned about Frederick. He told me something. He said, it might be because of my past. I said, your past? Oh, we're about to get some backstory, some lore. About to dive into my friend. I'd never spoken to him at length, but this is one of the few times we spoke because he was down in his dumps. And I love hearing a good, sad story. He says, yeah, so back in the day, I did sleep with my cousin. This is information you don't share with customers, I think. I feel like this is against OSHA. Maybe you should have not told me this information. This is something you take to your grave, maybe. Maybe you in the casket and you don't tell anybody, because I'm turning to my grave when I'm up and standing right now. This is messing me up. He said, no, it's just, it's not anything bad. We're just first cousins. First cousin, that's the first person you don't lay with, right next to your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. And he said, yeah, and I was telling everybody about it because I thought it was cool when I was younger, and I imagine my high school stuff's catching up with me. And I think that might be what's causing all the bad reviews. It might be one of those guys that think I'm just weird for running this place. I said, you should be in prison for you telling me this. You should, for it infecting my brain with this information has caused me irreparable damage that I never want to wish upon. I wouldn't wish this upon my worst. I do have bad enemies. I don't wish it upon my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish this upon my second worst enemy. This is insane. He said, this is just karma coming to reap what it sows. I said, I don't think it's karma. You guys make some of the best coffee. I think the karma was the fact that you were trained by Tibetan monks to make this amazing coffee. I feel as though this is not fair in some ways. This should not be the way this thing goes. We could get to the bottom of this. Maybe the reviews will stop. No, we get 5 bad reviews every day, and I can't delete them all. So I had started a trend of leaving bad reviews on the coffee shop. I had started the trend. Now, because I had started this trend, other people came to dogpile and come in and join in on the trend. So naturally, I'm thinking, oh, I've caused the downfall of one of my favorite places. This isn't good. This is really bad. I hate everything about this. This is the worst thing that could ever happen. I said, I think if you just shut down the reviews, then maybe that'll work. He said, I can't. You can't? Yeah, it's a contract we have through Google. And he explains all this stuff that I don't care about. How he has a contract through Google and all this other stuff. And then as I get my coffee and I'm trying to walk away, I hear him crying. I say, oh, man, you shouldn't shed tears. That's your body's 70% water. You can't let the water come out your tear ducts. It's going to leave you dehydrated. Your lips going to get chapped. And then people going to make fun of you because your lips are chapped. You're going to smile. It's going to look like your lips are bleeding. People going to think you have herpes. That's not going to be good for you. That's going to be horrifying. He said, no. This is what I deserve. And he starts slapping himself in the face and ripping out his hair. And he's having a stress and panic attack. I'm not good in stress situations. I want to point this out. I'm not the best person to be around. So I say, hey, buddy, you want some coffee? You should make yourself some coffee because you make really good coffee. And he said, no, I'm done with this. And he leaves. And I'm the only person in the shop. I'm looking around. I'm very, very perplexed by what I've done. I've caused a large issue. A very large issue is what I've done. This is bad. I've messed up deeply. I think to myself, maybe it was karma. Maybe I was the karma for him laying with his cousin. And then a few hours pass. I'm just sitting there baffled by everything. I'm just enjoying my coffee and taking snacks because nobody's in there. And another employee comes in and says, who let you in? I said, I did. I said, oh, okay. All right. Well, you work here? No, I don't work here. I'm just here, essentially. I'm looking around. Nobody's here. And he says, okay, well, we're probably going to close up shop here soon. I don't want to be here all day, and I can't get in contact with my manager. I said, yeah, I haven't seen him all day. Just lying right to the person's face. And I leave the shop. And to this day, that was, oh my God, that was 6 months ago. Was it 6 months ago that happened? Yeah, no, that shop is closed. Shop is not open back up. Shame, too. That was some pretty good coffee. That was some outstanding coffee. It is done. It is done. It is over. It is completely over. That sucks. That really sucks. Well, anyways, there's no good ending to this story. That's the end of it. That was it. So, have a good day or night wherever you're at. Bye. I'm your nigga night. Be my loyal. Happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.